In this video, I'm going to talk about the Boruto anime, but this video is going to cover some manga content as well, so anime only fans have been warned. So hello and welcome to Wonder WhyZ. My name is Soham and thank you so much for joining in. In this video, we're going to talk about the Boruto anime and where exactly is it going wrong and why no one is actually admitting this particular fact. Because I, especially for one, am really scared about the Baryon mode fight. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to our channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with a bunch of other stuff. A like and sub really helps the channel as it pushes my videos into your YouTube feed. With that being said, let's just jump into it. So this week we finally got to witness the Kashin Koji vs Ishiki Otsutsuki battle, a battle which has been a really important one, something which the manga fans have been eagerly waiting to see for a really long time. And it was fine in my honest opinion. I'm not really complaining about it that much. Sure, this is nowhere close to say something like the Naruto and Sasuke vs Momoshiki fight or even the absolutely spectacular fight against Delta. But here I'm not making the video complaining about the animation because it's most likely that the studio is sort of saving up the manpower to make the final battle against Baryon mode versus Ishiki Otsutsuki. Even then, I have some of my issues in this particular regard because it's not going to be just one single episode where everything is going to wrapped up. It has to be expanded over to 2 to 3 episodes, so I don't really know if the staff is going to be able to properly keep pushing this 3 episodes of good animation. It's most likely that the first Baryon mode episode is going to be the best one and the rest ones are going to be like somewhat fine. But either way, here I'm not making this video complaining about the animation part. A lot of different people have talked about it and how especially this week's episode was very much divisive. I also made my own video about it. The first half was fine, but the second half was really not that impressive. It was just bland overall animation. Just that's it, nothing more than that. But the main issue here is how the anime is adapting the manga content. For a very long time, we the manga fans have been asking for the anime to finally adapt the manga content. There was a huge library of filler and anime canon content which was just being added left and right to the point where the story was kind of unbearable for me and a lot of other fans as well. But still, it had its own ups and downs. There were certain moments which were good, certain moments which were absolutely outright terrible. But even then, it was something. But now currently, as the manga arcs are getting adapted, it's essentially going so fast that the anime has actually managed to adapt over 2 years amount of manga content in a very short span of time. We thought that the anime is going to layer some of the things prior to the main battle. Of course, the time constraint was a very big issue because Ishiki Otsutsuki only had 10 days to fight, so there was not going to be a window to make a lot of extra anime canon stuff. But here I'm talking about events which happened prior to the Ishiki Otsutsuki battle. There were lots of instances where the anime could have added more stuff way beyond just the Boro stuff. But it's a topic of the past and now I can't really complain about it that much. Maybe we are just gonna get more flashbacks about these things because the Ishiki Otsutsuki fight is going to end in about the next 3-4 episodes, and after that we're gonna have the post Kawaki arc, maybe an anime canon arc, but after that we will definitely have the stuff with Ada and Daemon. So yeah, it's a very packed schedule, but the central issue here is how the anime is not actually truly expanding upon the manga content. When we criticize the Boruto manga as to how it is just being a stripped up skeleton and not adding anything essentially to the core cast of the series, the main comment which usually arrives here is that okay, the anime is going to adapt all of these things and it is going to perfectly pad the material and sort of fleshen things out. I'm not saying here that the anime doesn't really do that. It has done that very well for certain parts of the story, but here especially it was not really done that well. I really believed or assumed that there's going to be more stuff among the Kashin Koji parts, especially how Naruto reacted to it. I just wish there was some flashback moments where Naruto is just thinking about Kashin Koji, or I'm sorry, not Kashin Koji but rather Jiraiya, but apparently the anime chose to skip all of those different things. And that really makes me a lot worried about the Baryon mode. In the manga, we didn't really get to see any flashback or any connecting moment among Naruto and Kurama. It was just done, that's it. Baryon mode was over and Kurama was gone. Just that's it, nothing more than that. All of us assume that maybe the anime is going to adapt these things much better. It's going to give a lot more depth to these scenes because this is Kurama we are talking about. Someone whom Naruto has known his entire freaking life. And that was really dealt in a matter of just a couple of different panels. and it is never really mentioned even after that. In the post Kawaki arc, Naruto is even not talking about all of these different things. So yeah, the manga was very bare bones structure about it. It just introduced the plot point that okay, Kurama is gone now, just that's it, nothing more than that, don't cry about it. That was kind of like the attitude for the manga at that particular point in time, because the manga was just rushing forward without giving any necessary, I'm not saying here filler, but downtime for the characters to breathe. And right now it's a different story. It's not essentially breathing, but the story is not even progressing for that matter, and it's not even doing anything essentially for the main cast of the series, let alone the side characters. That has always been one of the major complaints for the Boruto series as a whole, and unfortunately the anime is not really doing much to rectify these things. The anime had so much time to introduce Chocho and all the other characters into smaller scenes, but they couldn't really even add an extra moment about Kashin Koji and maybe Naruto thinking or reflecting about Jiraiya. I mean, how pathetic that really is. And the next episode, I don't really think it's gonna happen anymore, because next episode we're directly heading into the Ishiki Otsutsuki fight, where Ishiki Otsutsuki is invading upon Konoha. So yeah, this is a pretty big problem in my opinion. We all assume that the manga is going to be rectified by the anime, and all of these, you could say, missing blocks or missing pieces of information, missing pieces are going to be fulfilled by the anime, but it seems like it's not going to be the case. And everything cannot be justified by a flashback. I understand that the series is just now rushing at this moment, and maybe 50 chapters down the road or 100 chapters down the road, we are gonna get an information dump in the form of a various number of flashbacks. It's just not really that effective in my opinion, and things basically need to progress at a linear stage. So yeah, these are some of my quick thoughts in regards to the current state of the Boruto anime. I'm not essentially hating upon it. I'm so far, I could say, enjoying the series. I'm not really mad about anything like that, but these are some of the criticisms which I currently have for the Boruto series. So what do you guys think about all of these things? Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's it for today. This is Wonder WhyZ. See you all on the next one.